know the person that you're going to share whatever this information is. So you have something that you've been dealing with, that you have a problem with. Now you want to tell the person about it, but you know that when you bring up to the person, they're going to have a problem with it, or it's going to be a heated conversation. Not easy. How and when do you engage? And more importantly, how do you engage and keep your ass out the doghouse? And keep yourself out the doghouse. Simple terms. Short answer. Just do it. There's certain things that they'll never, ever, ever be the right time for it. But what you can do is, if it's a real concern for you, it's something that you really know that needs to come out, set up days of wonderfulness. Set up days where you're displaying a genuine show of love, where there is no doubt by the time you're ready to talk about this particular thing, even if it's going to ruffle feathers, that you had a couple of days of clearly showing the person that you have a genuine interest in who they are and how they feel about things. So when you present it, you could just say, hey, you have a minute? You have a minute? Let me tell you some of the things that I'm feeling. And it's not based off, like the worst thing you do is have an argument and then you want to throw this out there. Excuse me, no one's listening at that point. Egos are just too big at that point. You're defending your ego and they're defending their ego. So you have to do it when you have set up an environment for love, that you have genuinely showed a care and concern. So when this conversation comes out, at least the person can reflect in a particular moment right then and there that recently you've been showing a way of love that's just so connecting, endearing. So now if you're willing to tell me this stuff, it has to be something that's really bothering me or bothering you. And why not listen? Now, if it's a rough subject and you know that they're, because of their personality, you already know they're going to have a blowout, accept it. Just accept it and stay low temperament. Stay low control temperament, self-control. Control your responses. Don't just react no matter how ugly. Remember, you're in power. You are completely in power. If you know that a person is going to react a particular way and you're going into the situation daring to do it, you're already proving you're brave. You're going into a situation where you know you're going to hit heat. You're already proving yourself to be brave. So be chivalrous also. Stand and let them air and receive it the way they receive it. And then slowly you start to share your heart behind these things. Even if your heart behind them is completely selfish and they're going to be coming back at you with heat, just roll with it. Do not react to it. You already know. Remember, you're going into this already knowing that you're going to be upset. So why in the world would you get upset? You know they're going to be upset. So don't get upset. These are choices. So you go in there and you say, well, this is the way I'm feeling. How can you help me deal with this? How can you help me deal with this situation that I'm feeling uncomfortable, something I feel like I need to get off my chest? Just do it. But go in there understanding that it's your reaction after the fact, after their reaction. It's your response after their reaction that matters most. Let them scream, yell, don't try to defend anything. Let them just talk, get it out. And don't come back with are you done? Don't do that. Because then you devalue all the things that they find is important to them. You're going to use the things that they say as value, information, bits of pieces of value. So then you just interact. So, all right, I heard what you said. And that's it. And you can say, I heard what you said, and let me repeat some of the things that you just said, if that helps the situation. You share it. You share it back with them, the things that they mentioned. It says, but let me tell you my side. This is how I feel. This is how it hits me because of how I was brought up or because of what I've been through in the past. You know, so these is, you know, like picture a dude or a woman just being vulnerable. Exactly what was it Fatima? Tima says. Being vulnerable. Just saying, like, just be quiet. Let them, if you know they're going to get angry, let them get angry. but just your focus is being able to finally get to the place, even if they said really horrible stuff in response to that. Your goal, if you started the conversation, your goal, no matter what, is to reveal the genuine concern and sadness or feeling or hurt or discomfort there is in that particular thing that you're sharing with them. So figure out clearly where you stand or how you feel about that particular thing before you present it to them. Remember, love them up, not as a setup, not as a setup before you drop a bomb on them. Because sometimes you set them up in such a cheap ass way, a cheap, poor way, that they look back and they say, oh, no wonder you were acting this particular way. You're trying to cover up this crap that you did. No, that come from a genuine place, a place that you know the things that you're doing is really meeting a core need, saying that I see you. I see you. I see you and I genuinely love you. So when you hit them with this, they might be swayed to say, all right, well, what's this about? And you got to explain it. And remember, when you explain it, you're explaining it from all different angles. You're doing a full outpouring. I've been through this as a kid, and this is the stuff I did. I cheated on, blah, blah, blah. And because of that, it made me think of this. And because my parents weren't there, and you're telling them everything. Because especially if it's someone that you're married to, you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, you need to be this vulnerable because you're becoming one flesh. You're supposed to be partners in crime. You're supposed to be moving together through life together, powerfully. Aggressively, if that's your temperament, or very chilled if that's your temperament. You have to know what's right for you. But the catch is that when you're sharing this stuff, you're going to have to offload everything that comes with it. If you hide bits, understand. If they do not understand, the answer is probably in that hidden bit that you're keeping to yourself. That hidden bit that you're not mentioning because how it's going to make you look. If the answer to her or him getting to the place where they're hearing you and now you can work things out is probably hidden in the bit that you don't want to mention. So those are my thoughts. 3 questions taken care of. Done, done, done. Down, down, down. Hey, I'm Gunther Man from Soapbox Stand Up and Speak. We have 8 minutes. Anything you guys want to ask me? Something right off the cuff? Anything? Did you guys enjoy this? Is it good? Are you enjoying this? Am I coming up with some good answers? Am I making you think? I'm seeing some hearts go up, so it got to be going well. Is it making you think? Is it answering questions? Even questions that you probably didn't know that you had. But now you'll be able to deal with certain situations. Up 4s, yes. 4s. I love you, Tima. I love you. That's it. Up, done. Kamara. I'm getting thumbs up from her, so I know I'm good. Who else? Who's thinking? What you think of this stuff? Come on. If you have questions, hit me with something. We got 8 minutes. I'm not going to let it last. I'm not going to let it go down to the wire like I did last week. It deleted my whole entire sharing. It didn't save it. So I'm never going to let it go past close to the hour and let it shut down. So I'm going to stop it whenever we feel that at least 5 minutes ahead of schedule. When you started a relationship off wrong, can you make it right? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. But it depends on how bad the offense was and where that person is in their mindset of relationships. That question, it all depends on the person that you're dealing with. But oftentimes it's hell yeah. Anything's possible. When love is in the mix, like a genuine love, not lust. Not lust and not you trying to get yours. Not that. That ain't going to work for you. But when genuine care and love is in the mix, anything's possible. Because God is love. A force and power beyond anything that you could ever imagine and fully comprehend. Anything is possible when it comes to love. You just got to be real with yourself. Be the authentic self. One of the most popular reasons why people, they'll do my lives and they'll talk to me afterwards is because they constantly tell me like, damn, you talk about stuff that's, dudes don't talk about this stuff. You're vulnerable or, like you're so authentic. That's the word I hear. Like you come with it, you know. So let me say, how do you undo your mindset? Your higher power. That's your greatest source. Trust your higher power to lead you. Pour yourself into knowing your higher power and what does he have for you, what he has set up for you. Because then you're no longer, once again, then you're no longer letting the ways of the world sway you left or right. You know, the word talks about be ye not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove that which is good, perfect. How does that go? What is the good, perfect, acceptable will of God? How does that go? How does that verse end? Hit me with it quick. I know we have some Bible thumpers in here. Go ahead, come on, quickly, that you may prove that which is good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. Good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. Good. Not based on your culture, not based on the things that you grew up around, but good based on what does the word say is good. Acceptable. Your mannerisms, the way you speak, the way you handle situations, acceptable. What is the right way of doing particular things? What is acceptable to him? What is not acceptable? Because when you look about what is acceptable, find out what's not acceptable. If you know what's good, find out what's not good. Because that's what it is. You're finding out what's good and what's not good. What's acceptable and not acceptable. And then the perfect will of God. What is his will for you? What is his will for you? Our will is simple. Speak the word of God. Speak the word of God to those who hunger and thirst after righteousness. Job easy. Seek opportunities to serve the world around you with God's love. Let your life be an example. Let your light so shine. Let your light so shine. Don't hide it under a bushel. Don't hide it off in the corner. Let it shine. Let it be seen that love of God, you know, the love of God is also defined as, they say, call it, you know, agape love, agapeo love. It's the love of and for God in your renewed mind. Remember, be not conformed, but be transformed in your renewed mind. So it's the love of and for God in your renewed mind in manifestation out towards the world on a horizontal level. Love of and for God in the renewed mind in manifestation to the world around you. That's what God looks for you to do. Speak his truth in love. Go out there and engage. Your life has to be engaging. You have to be out there in the mix of people. You can't live for God or for your own. You just can't. There's no way. We have not been so designed to live for God or for our own. And since it's getting close to the time and I don't want this to drop, I'm going to have to end it there. Guys, let me see. I think we're good with the questions right now. Thank you so much. Once again, I am Gunter Man from Soapbox Stand Up and Speak. That's right. Life is all about relationships, questions, and answers. Every Thursday night, 7:30. Remember, tomorrow I am on Facebook Live at 6 p.m. with the last day of the 5-day Fall Back in Love Challenge. If you're interested, go back and check out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even tonight, Thursday, and see what it's all about. And maybe you can start applying some of the things that I teach you at the very end to start to instill a love for the person that you're crazy about, or maybe a relationship with your kids, a relationship with your parents. All these principles can be used to enrich any type of relationship, brother, sister, co-worker. You can use it. So guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Love you. Take care. Peace. Hope you enjoyed it. Share. Oh guys, please share. Share this stuff. Share. Okay? Share all this stuff. Love you. Bye.